My name's Barry de Geest, and I half own Renaissance Consulting Group, and I also own a business called Unarmed Innovations. How we started Renaissance was about 12 years ago. Carmel and I were working for the Ministry of Health, and we were investigating a house that was supposed to be independent for people, and it wasn't. It was clearly being run by the organisation. So what we did, we decided from that day that we were going to set up an organisation that would support disabled people. So we started off voluntary, building up the capacity of the company and setting up the structure, and within a year we were operating the business from scratch, and we had only Carmel was working in the business, I was working for another company, and over the period of the year we ended up with about 5 staff, and now we have 93 staff and we have 240 clients. So over the 11-year period it's grown to that size. It wasn't easy. People didn't want us to set up an opposition to them. People believed that the services that were being provided were already there, and they were doing it from the not-for-profit sector. We wanted to set up a profit-making business and provide the service on an equal footing for everybody. And it's done really well. We train our staff now. We have 15% of our workforce are disabled, and we've gone from strength to strength, providing the services that people seem to want. I would say that you need to make sure that you're prepared to put in a lot of time. You actually sacrifice a lot of your private life when you start a business, because you need to be there all the time. People have this, they see a business that's already operating, and they believe that's where you end up. But the problem is you actually don't. The starting point is that you're putting in every day, 12-hour days, and you've got to do it yourself. And it's not easy, it's exhausting. At the end of the day, it's fantastic. But people have this thing when they work for someone, it's easy if something goes wrong to blame somebody else, to pass the buck. But when you have your own business, you can't do that. The buck stops with you, and you've got to take responsibility for everything that happens in the business. I love the word disability because for me, I am disabled. It's my culture. It's something that I identify with. It identifies part of me that I'm very proud of, that I can actually go out in the community and do things with my disability. So it's like saying that you're Chinese or you're Asian or you're Scottish. To me, disability identifies me with a group of people that I'm proud to be associated with.
So what would you say to people with disability that want to start a business?
I would say you need to think carefully about starting a business. It is possible, it's worthwhile, but you've got to be very clear that you cannot blame anyone else if things aren't done. You're responsible. You need to be prepared to put all your energy into it and be very focused on what you're doing. And it's not like other parts of your life where you can say, oh, somebody didn't turn up or somebody didn't do it right. You are that person. You're the person that does the business, that runs the business. And that's the most important part of the whole thing. There's no excuses. Being disabled, people don't believe that you're capable of doing things that other people do. And it's always been my challenge to do the things and prove people wrong. So I've always spent my time doing things that I really enjoy. And the bus for me was an opportunity of being able to set it up for me so I can travel anywhere in the country and I've got all the facilities that I need. One of the things is that I had to pay for it myself, so I had to borrow the money to do the bus. As a disabled person, often we don't want to put ourselves into debt, but the whole of society does. And so for me, it was putting my money into being able to develop the bus in a way that now gives me the independence that I need to be able to travel around the country. I travel around on holiday. I do public speaking in different places, and the bus gives me that ability to have a base that I can go to relax and unwind, and I can operate everything, all the light switches, The toilet's got a bidet, the shower's my height, so everything suits me. So it gives me that comfort that I need.